Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to be sharing a 3-part series that is on my roof rack. I'm really excited to share this with you. Had it on there for about 3 weeks now, all the different parts. So there's going to be 3 videos, a video on the roof rack itself, on the Roam carry case, and then the 23-0 canopy, how they're all working for me. And of course, just like the other 2 videos, I'll put a link to the description down below so you can find this product yourself. All right, now this video is focusing on the awning, the 23-0 180 degree Peregrine awning. I really love this awning because it's only about 5 feet wide, so it can go on the back of the Jeep just like this. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take you through an install of the video of how I actually installed it on this rack. They send some really nice parts, and in their install video they don't really talk about using those parts. So I'll show you how I installed the brackets on here, and then I'll show you how it opens up and my thoughts on it, but also how to close it, because you do have to fold it a certain way to get it in. I will say that 23-0 was really smart because they have overbag that's got a little more room to it. Some canopies, they make them so tight, it's so tough, but it's working great on the back of the Jeep here. I've had it on for about 3 weeks now, open and closed many times. You can have it freestanding, just open it up. Now it's a little breezy today, so you're going to be able to see kind of how it moves in this wind, but this is doable. Really psyched about this awning. If you're interested in awning for the back of your vehicle or even the side of like a Tacoma, that's really kind of how they made it. It's low profile enough that it just kind of is the same height as the rack and stays with the cargo box too, like below the cargo box. So I don't think that it's like massive wind drag either. So let's get into first installing this, and then I'll walk you through the opening of it, give you my opinion, and I'll show you how to close it. First off, it comes with all the guides and stakes, and these are some serious stakes. Bag for it. These are the straps, like once you fan it out, they'll go back and they'll actually hook onto the other side of the rack to keep it deployed. They have these awesome brackets right here, and they're gonna work really well for mine. In the install video, the guy has these, but he actually doesn't even use them, which is kind of funny. But I really do like them. I'm glad they sent them. Really strong, really sturdy. And since this is on the back too, it's like wind's gonna be pushing on it, so I really like how industrial they are. I did go and I got a bunch of U-clamps, U-bolts from the hardware store, because I'm gonna have to use it a little differently than they say to use it, but that's okay. These are awesome. I'm really excited about it. Of course, the poles that I talked about, and then the canopy itself right here, and it has a zipper on the bottom here, and then the back where you flip it over, it has these channels where you actually put a bolt on, and you will secure your mounting brackets on it that way. It's pretty cool. You just kind of open this up, slide the bolt in, and then bolt it on. Now, what I like about that is I'm gonna try at one level, but I'm a tall guy. I'm not sure where the one bar is gonna be. It might be where I cook, so I could actually adjust it a little higher if I needed to without taking this bracket off of the rack. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. So the back of it is Velcroed here, and then it has these rubber stoppers, push them out. There we go. And then your bolt, just like that, slides in, and nice and adjustable to a wide variety of actual like roof racks that you might have. And actually, you know what? You can put them all in on one side because it'll just slide down there. Should have done that with the first one. But that's why I'm doing it first, and you can watch my install and learn from my mistakes. So there we go. So now I dropped the bracket in, dropped a washer on it. I did measure the distance I wanted between here where I want this to actually hit the rack. It's like 13 inches from here. I think this will stick out just a little bit past my rack, but I'm okay with that. So now they have these lock washers. So I'll screw all these in on these, and then I'll actually be able to hold, when I put it up on the rack, I can put the C-clamps through and set it exactly where I want it. All right, so I got these nice and tightened down. I'm still gonna be able to get to these if I wanna move them down one space to get up and down to get this at a different height. But I have 4 different U-bolts that I'm gonna be using, 2 different sizes. These are gonna be up in this area, and then these will be up in here. I think that'll be enough to hold. I mean, having 2 on each side and then 2 on each side for there should be plenty to hold this, no problem. So let's lift this up there, put these on, and I think we're in business. Okay, that was kind of a bugger. I got one on each one right now, just holding it. I'm gonna put a second one here. It's all got to be ratcheted down, but I want to put the ones that go kind of hard to see down in here first to really secure it, and then I can worry about the back ones. So let's get at those. All right, got them both done. 2 clamps that way facing down, and then 2 facing the other way. These are pretty tough and industrial. You can see I even bent that, so I feel like this is gonna hold. Those were buggers underneath there to mess with, but I think it's worth it, because I'd rather have everything kind of flat. If I ever put anything on the rack, I do want kind of this to be flat. It's okay for these to be up there. So nice that it had this curve right here that I actually put it onto. So all right, she is mounted and on there. Next step, I'm gonna go use it for a couple weeks. So I haven't timed how quickly this opens up, but it's pretty quick. So we'll just do a quick little open up, one shot type video, and then I'll talk about it. Let's do it. So, open up the cargo bag, put it over, Velcro 2 spots here, open them up, and then you have your right side that goes out, and you have these 2 straps. I keep mine here, 1 for each side. I'll do this side first, and I'll talk about the other side for you. All right, so I'll show you on this side where you basically take the longer end, hook it in there, and then it pulls out. You're gonna have to be able to hook it to something. Sometimes people hook it to the mirror or whatever. It hooks onto the rack really nicely for me. And once I have it there, then I do a cinch on both sides to kind of strengthen it, get it kind of nice and taut. And that's it. I mean, that's the opening for it. And like, I'm 6'1", and I can walk underneath it. Pretty sweet. I pull out my whole cook kit, and I can cook right here and not get rained on. Pretty sweet. So that's it freestanding, and you can see there's a nice little breeze, but it's really not moving it at all. They've got really nice brackets here, industrial brackets, black aluminum. I love the black. They have silver on their website, but it turned out to be black, really great. But now say you need to put out the poles. 2 poles on these are actually here. So you just pull them down like that, twist it, and then however high you need it, if you want to go a little higher. This one too comes out. What I like about it is that these are on a ball bearing right here. So like, I can take this and put it right there, so nobody really trips on it as they're going around. The other ones are in this bag right here. So there's 2 more for your ends when you're in extreme rain or wind or whatever it might be. But there's that ball bearing again. Love it, so you can pivot it around. But you can also just put it in right here into that spike and have it go in too right there. You can really just tighten it up pretty easily with these 4 poles, but then you can guide it out too. Let me put this 4th pole in. So to come along with it, they've got stakes and guides right here. I'm not going to guide it out for you, but you can see it's all right here and such. The ends are anchored out pretty well by being able to go right out to the rack there. That's why I think this works so well on the back of a vehicle. So I've wanted a canopy like this for a long time for the back of my Jeep. This really completes my Overland setup. I am so in love with it, especially with this rack and this cargo top and everything. I'm just ready to go at all times, and I have some shelter. Now I do want to talk a little bit about other features that they have for the Peregrine 180 awning. Now they have these guide out points right here, which are great for rain. You can tie it down and let the rain run off of it. A couple other features that you can get, so you can get a room for this. You can see that it has a zipper right here. I think it'd be kind of nice if you did have walls around it. It wouldn't have a wall from this side, so you could still get in from here and walk around and be really sheltered off the back of the Jeep, especially because I sleep in the back of the Jeep. That'd be kind of cool to be able to have 3 walls all the way around it, and then just have my 2 entrance points being over there. 23-0 just did such a great job with this. They also have their patented like sunblock, so nothing gets through at all, you know, no UV or anything like that, and it's supposed to last a long time. I'm not really sure about that because I've only had it for 3 weeks, been using it for 3 weeks, had it out in the rain, have to dry it out, put it together, really not too bad. Loving this canopy. Let me show you how you roll it up so that it'll fit back in, because that is a key element to this whole thing, is being able to put it away quickly. First, you need to undo the ends, and you can do them in any order, but they do have a little push right here. Comes apart real easy. Take off that one, go grab the other one. Now, one thing I do want to say, these came super long. I cut them off to kind of fit my size. I'm going to do I have a little bucket down here that they sit into, but I think I'm going to make a pouch for them. But I have them right there so that when I'm doing this, it goes really quick. So what you want to do is you want to do this side first, right? So you're going to bring it in, and as you're doing that, you're making a lot of these like kind of triangles down here. So you have these first two go in just like that. And then you want to be able to pull this one down so you got those triangles. Now take your other two, and they go right above it, just like that. So this one right here, I want to show you. You want to have it pulled fully straight, just like that. Now you've got these two different ones, right? So this one right here, I'm going to go and roll it up this way and hold it up there. Now I'm a tall guy, so I usually just put my elbow up like that. And I'm going to take this one and roll it up to that side. So as you can see, you have your two pieces kind of puffing on each side. You take your Velcro and hook it up. Just like that. And so the key thing are these two triangles that go right here. Lastly, you just pull this over. I do find that it gets a little bit tight right there, but not bad. I do keep it down here in case any water does get in. Keep the zipper down. But as you can see, perfect, easy. So remember that you do those two different styles. You do one up to one side and then one up to the other side. Don't take all of them and roll them up. You'll have this big wad right here and you won't be able to close it. So my final thoughts on the 23-0 Peregrine 180. It's an absolute buy. If you have some situation where you might have a truck that you want to put it on the side, but you don't have a ton of real estate, or the back of a vehicle like this, go for it. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. Just open it up in the garage or in the driveway sometimes to get a little shade. Like I said in the beginning, if you want to check out videos on the Rome 83-liter cargo box, love that thing, got all my camping gear in there. You can check that link out down in the description, or I'll put it up in one of these boxes here, as well as the cargo rack if you have a Jeep. This AEG is really great, really happy with it. Till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy, and make sure you got a sweet little base camp with a nice little awning. Take care.